So, yesterday, believe it or not, we woke to well over an inch of snow everywhere, covered. And then it peed it down all day. And as you can see, there's not a trace of snow anywhere. My dad came down for the weekend. He had to ride all the way home yesterday afternoon to Birkenhead in about 2 degrees temperature and siling it down all day with loads of slush everywhere. If he'd have just waited another day, it's 10 degrees today and cloudy, but that's it. So I thought to myself last night, because like I say, it was chucking it down all day. I thought, right, tomorrow I'm going out to do a review in the wet. A double review, one of the suit and 2, the Michelin tyres. Not that I'm concerned about the Michelin tyres in the wet at all. Got myself all sorted, cameras all, ready. And I've woke up and it's not even raining. That's the only time you'll hear me moan about it not raining. Just because this new suit, I want to give it a real thorough test. As it stands at the moment, I'm loving it. It's mega comfy, looks great, fits like a glove, it's perfect. Dead snug. It's not tight, but snug. Our nice tailored suit from Savile Row should feel. Feels lovely. And I just want it now to tick that last box. I've been riding in like 0 degrees and 1 degree temperatures, and it's been plenty warm enough, not one bit cold. I want it to tick that last box of being waterproof. I know it says it's waterproof, it says it's 100% waterproof and will not let you down. It's got a sewn in Gore-Tex membrane throughout, so it shouldn't, in theory, let a drop in. So because I'd got myself all ready for it, I thought, I'm going out anyway. Obviously it's not an ideal day for riding, but I find myself at a loose end, so I thought, let's go for a ride. Somewhere different, and see where we end up. Did you like the Vaseline and sardine story, folks? We do try and provide all forms of entertainment for you. Hey, you've got to be able to have a laugh, haven't you, when you're watching something? You have to be entertained. Welcome to the departure lounge, folks. This is going to look a bit different to this in June, isn't it? 150. I don't know how many's meeting us here actually. I've got all the photographers and videographers booked again for that morning. Nice footage of us leaving again and some photos. Number 6, please. Thank you. Our roads are in such a state, aren't they, folks? After this winter. Look here, look. Bloody hell. Such a state. I've been informed this morning by the folks at Michelin that their dealers, if anybody out there wants to buy the Road 5, I'll include their website in the bottom, in the link below, and if you search the dealer's locator, which is your nearest, to find your nearest dealer, they're offering £30 off fitting for the next month, for the rest of the month. So 30 quid off your fitting for the rest of the month. Click the link below I think it's moto.michelin.com or something like that. It's not very often you'll hear me, or anyone else for that matter, being a bit disappointed that it's not raining. I won't be saying that if there's a massive downpour and it does leak, and then I've got to get all the way home soaking wet through. My dad said that last night. He rung me to let me know he got back home to Liverpool okay, Birkenhead. He says, but the last stretch of the journey was absolutely, really bouncing off the road, and it penetrated his outer waterproof suit. So he says he was soaked to the bone when he got him. But this is my point about the rain thing. If this suit is exactly what it says, and bone dry. It's got the Gore-Tex promise, so it should be, but why would you ever be worried about the rain? You know, when you're out on tour and you think, oh no, look ahead, I think it's going to start raining. Because then you've got to start thinking of provisions you've got to pull up and get your waterproof suit on quick before it starts, before you're too flustered, because there's nothing worse than pulling up and putting a waterproof suit on when you're already wet and you're flustered and you're stressed and you're starting to get hot and bothered. There's nothing worse. I'm going to show you this Ultimate Add-ons case as well in a minute when I pull up, because people still ask about the you know, navigation and it's honestly it's so easy to fit something to your bike. I use my iPhone 6. That's all I use it for now because I've got an iPhone 10. So I just use my iPhone 6 for the navigation on the bike. I've got the Co-Pilot app. The phone is being charged by the bike, and it's in a waterproof case from Ultimate Add-ons, which is connected to the bike via a couple of RAM mounts that's attached to the yoke. So you don't get any vibrations because it's attached to the yoke, which is sitting nicely at the top of your suspension. It's dead easy. I put the cameras, the GoPros, into super view mode so you can see a bit more of this suit. It's a beauty, look. Oh, it's a beauty. Yeah, nice 10 degrees today. Please, please, please be the last of the wintry weather. Woke up yesterday morning, opened the curtains to a blanket of snow everywhere again. Oh, I was just gutted. Yeah, we've had plenty, and the roads have definitely, as I was saying earlier, the roads have definitely suffered this winter. There's potholes everywhere. They're in such a bad way. Hope you all had a nice Easter weekend. I had 1 or 2 pieces of chocolate. I'm back on it again now though. Off the carbs. I don't diet. I don't really need to diet. I just don't feel very good. You know, sometimes you just feel a bit like, ugh. Well, that's how I feel at the moment. But so I just thought I need to shift a stone. So I've been, for the last 2 weeks, in 2 weeks only, I've just been still eating massive portions, which I perhaps should cut down on as well. But all I've done is just stopped, just had no carbs for a couple of weeks. So I've just been having chicken salad in daytime, and chicken and veg, like chicken breast and veg at night, and or fish and veg, and already lost loads off at waistline, and I do feel a bit better, yeah. When I say loads off at waistline, I don't mean like, thanks Mega Shake, I lost 420 pounds. I don't mean that, but I mean I bought a new belt a couple of weeks ago, a few weeks ago, and some new jeans, and the belt was on the second hole, and they were, you know, it was comfortable, and now already, like I say, in 2 weeks, and I've not all I've done is cut the carbs out, so no bread, no pasta, and now I'm on the fourth hole, and it's comfortable at the fourth hole. Crazy, eh? It's just bread is bad, it just tastes so good. So I've been and bought loads of fresh salmon fillets for this week. Ooh. Yeah, giving it some damp roads, not one little squirm, not one tiny bit. Oh, it looks like we're going to get some rain! Woohoo! Have I got my vent shut? I think so. Come on then, let's have you. It's going to rain, let's have you. Be careful what you wish for. I want a full-on downpour, please. Things we have to do for entertainment, folks, eh? The weather is not knocking my confidence one bit on these tyres. I'm not being stupid, obviously. I'm trying to ride it as I would in the dry. Let's go for a wet overtake, shall we? I was doing just about 60 then, folks. Nah, they do. Feel super. The sipes are the, all the grooves that expel the water. Michelin used a new technology, a new 3D printing technology on them this time, and they're ever so weird because they're like inverted. And I will also include some photos that Michelin furnished me with. But like basically the I can't remember his name now. The main bloke was explaining to us that you want your tyres, when you get new tyres on, they perform brilliantly. But as you get in towards like the second half of the life, they get less and less and less effective. So you want your tyre to look after you throughout the whole of its life. And he was saying that's why we've created this new 3D technology with the mould and the design of the sipes. And as the tyre wears, the sipes get better and they uncover more new sipes inside the rubber. Very, very strange, and God knows how they did it. But yeah, because they're like inverted. So the tread, say like the sipe on the new tyre is about 3 mil across. As the rubber wears, instead of that getting less and less to where your sipes disappear, as it gets less and less, as the rubber wears, the sipes get bigger and bigger and bigger. So by the time like you're in the second half of the tyre's life, the sipes are going to be better than they were at the beginning of their life. They were doing a brake test in the wet when we were in Seville, and they got 2 identical bikes, and they got one bike had 3,000-mile-old Road 5s, and the other bike had brand new Pilot Road 4s. And they were doing a high-speed straight line brake test going from the hot tarmac into a section that they got covered in water. They've got water just puthering all the way across this stretch of braking area. So going from the hot tarmac to wet through standing water at I don't know, at least 100 mile an hour, I said. And then just jumping on his brakes, and he was jumping on his brakes that hard that the back wheel was coming off the floor. And the bikes, the bike with the Road 5s on consistently stopped at least a bike earlier than the one with the brand new PR4s on. Just didn't falter at all, and like I say, the back wheel's off at the floor, and that's how hard he were braking. Perfectly straight line, didn't waver at all. Road ahead closed. Oh shit. Yeah, so the sipes, like I say, I don't know how they even got the tyre out of the mould. But very, very clever. And I believe Michelin are the first company to use this technology. I'm sure they'll all follow suit. But yeah, I just came up that road there, wet through, overtaking at about 59 mile an hour. So I would happily, easily recommend the new Road 5s to anybody. And on this particular picture, you can see where the line is between the two rubbers. That's obviously a brand new one, straight out of the mould. Like you can't see that line on the back now. Yeah, quite clever stuff. Yeah, I would recommend them all day long. The only test really now is to see how long they last and how they wear. As it stands, I am very, very happy with them. But also interested to see how Egon's last, perform and wear. The Angel GTs. I know a lot of people love them, but I've heard a few people say that they didn't last as long as they'd wanted. My man over in Australia from Big Bike Adventures, I believe he had them on his VFR, and he said they didn't last as long as he'd wanted them to. But I can't remember how many miles he said it did. So as they're on identical bikes, we've got the Road 5s on and the Angel GTs on the identical bikes, it'll be very interesting to see how they compare against each other. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Like I say, it will have to be a hold your horses, because we're not going to be burning them out in 2 weeks. Right then. Oh, nice cup of tea and a PP. And T10. Do you know what? I never looked at these at all until I rode that one in Seville. I'd love another play on one of them. Oh, monstrous. Thanks, gents. Thank you. Monstrous, and you have to most definitely behave yourself when you're on one of them. Right, I'll swap some batteries and then we'll go somewhere else together, folks. I made a change actually, sitting in there. Tyres are still looking great. Yeah, the line's about there from the two different compounds. And that I was telling you about the sipes, it's like, it's bigger underneath. And they're opposite way around. So as they wear, this opens up. She's bloody ditched, look. Oof. Yeah, said I was going to show you the ultimate add-ons. See, look. So it's connected via a couple of ball mounts, ram mount, another ball mount into the yoke, and your charging lead goes in. Fully waterproof, tried and tested. Click, click. What's that? Dead soft rubber. It sits in lovely. You've even got your fingerprint technology on the built into that lot. Ultimate add-ons, folks. If you want some waterproof cases for your bike and you don't want to go down the route of having a separate sat-nav like myself, go back to Copilot. That's it anyway. Link in the description below for it. Some mucky clouds up there, we might be in for some, folks. Just look at all water. State of this road. Oh, there we go. Yeah, good lad, thank you. Bit more wet stuff coming, folks. You're getting your money's worth out of this video, aren't you? Oh man, it's windy. Woo-hoo! blow me all over shop. 8 degrees. Hey, it's coming down now. We crossed over to the Staffordshire border and it's pissing it down. Yay! Yippee! I'm not going to be so happy if this suit does let it through, am I? Because I've got no other means of getting dry apart from riding all the way home. Lad in front's got his wipers on full blast, look. Look folks, as you can see, the outer shell of this jacket is wet through. But the internal is very warm and very dry thus far. Back to tyres again. No problem, Ray, no problem. Well, I'll try this way. No, I'm going to try that way. There's nowhere to park to get a photo. And I don't want to be a nuisance. Oh yeah, man. Oh yes. They're so stable, these tyres. Well, I've nearly burnt a tank of fuel off today, folks. I am genuinely happy about being out in the rain. One, the tyres are making me smile. And two, the suit is keeping me bone dry. So far so good, folks. Bone dry. And as you can see, it's a little bit wet. Oh, it really is coming down now, and oh, you little beauty. Well, folks, this is exactly what I wanted to be riding in. I need to get this tank bag covered up because I've got electronics in there and loads of batteries. But I'm going to put some of my waterproofing on top of this tank bag because it's a hard shell anyway, so really should be fairly waterproof as it is. I know they're not waterproof, but it should be fairly waterproof, shouldn't it? I'm sure you can't see anything through the rear camera because they'll all be steamed up. I'm just a little bit happy at the moment, folks, because, like I say, that was a bit of a good old downpour and I'm bone dry. Be interesting to see how long it takes this suit to dry out, you know, the outer shell, I mean. Because obviously it's sodden at the moment. See all the mist down there, look. To the left is nothing, and to the right, it's really misty. Hey, loving it. This is exactly what I wanted. Absolutely bone dry, folks. Fits good, looks good, and it's bone dry. That is a tick, 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 tick from me. Link in description. Keeps you warm, keeps you dry, looks the business. Well, this has been a cracking ride. Got to test the Michelins properly, test the suit properly, all good. Can't beat getting lost on two wheels, can you? I bloody love it.
Look at the bloody potholes.
I kept posting on my Twitter saying, Typical. I wanted to go out in rain. It's not raining. Everyone's like, well, you're going to Ireland, don't worry, it'll get tested. I don't want you to think as well, folks, I don't want you to think for 1 second that I'm trying to flog you anything on here, because I am absolutely not. I'm still just, everything's going to be normal. It's just I happen to be wearing some stuff that was given to me for review, so all I'm doing is telling you about it. You can choose to buy them if you want. I'll recommend to buy them if I like them, yeah, but I won't do if I don't like them. So if you think when I keep saying, you know, keep popping back in saying how comfortable the suit is or whatever, I'm only telling it you as I find it. So don't think I'm not getting paid to say anything. I'm not getting. It's nothing like that. I'm just wearing a suit and telling you about it. That's it. Simple. And it is bloody lovely. What a great ride it's been today. Clean tyres a bit. How green we are. Oh, it's so lovely to see it. That would have made a good photo, that would. And that would. Shouldn't be like this here. Someone comes flying around that corner, I'm in trouble. Today. Thank you. Thank you for coming out on this little ride with me. I've really enjoyed it. I've genuinely enjoyed it. You know, because it's something different. Come out to get wet, get dirty. That's exactly what I have. But, as I said, this suit has kept me properly bone dry. Right then, let's go home. If you've enjoyed the video, click the like button and please do subscribe if you're not already. I will very much appreciate it. Oh, just remembered what I've got for tea. Oh, yes. Smoked salmon fillets. Oh.